Today we're making a classic French dessert. We are making the creme brulee, but we're making it with bourbon-soaked vanilla beans. It smells fantastic, it tastes fantastic. You can make it at home. Let's get cooking. First, we're gonna start by cutting 2 vanilla beans, lengthwise right down the middle. Now using the edge of your knife, you're gonna wanna scrape the vanilla beans from the inside of the pods. We're gonna toss the vanilla bean scrapings directly into a medium-sized saucepan. We're gonna add in 1 quart of heavy whipping cream. On low to medium heat, we're going to bring the cream mixture to about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna give it a nice mix, bring in all of that great vanilla bean flavor. While the vanilla cream mixture comes up to temp, we'll start working on our egg yolk mixture. We're gonna need 12 egg yolks in total. Separate them however you feel comfortable, but just remember, we only want yolks for this recipe. Now add in 1 cup of white granulated sugar. Now get to whisking. We're gonna want to break up all those egg yolks, mix it up with that sugar, get it nice, creamy, but there's no need to go ahead and aerate it here, so don't over whisk. Now that the eggs and sugar are fully incorporated, we're going to slowly, and I mean slowly, stream in our hot cream mixture while whisking. The reason we're gonna do this is we need to temper the egg mixture. If we don't, we're going to wind up with a bowl full of scrambled eggs and not the base for our delicious creme brulee. At this point, the mixture is tempered and it's perfectly okay to dump the rest of the mixture right into the bowl. Now we'll pass our mixture through a fine mesh strainer, just making sure that we can get any impurities or anything really that we don't want in our final product out at this stage. For the dishes we're going to use, it really is up to you. Some choose the higher walled ramekins, but I personally enjoy the shallower creme brulee dish as it allows for more surface area for us to brulee. Place your dishes onto a baking sheet and carefully ladle in our mixture, filling up the dish about 3/4 of the way. Once complete, we're going to place our baking sheets into a 325 degree Fahrenheit oven, which has been preheated. Now that the baking sheet is on the rack, carefully add warm water to the baking sheet until the water is about halfway up the creme brulee dish. Close the oven and let's bake for 40 to 45 minutes. Once done in the oven, remove the dishes from their water bath, set on a wire rack to cool, and then into the fridge for a minimum of 5 hours to set. While they rest in the fridge, let's get started on our whipped cream. In a stand mixer, we're gonna add 1 cup of very, very cold heavy cream. Then we'll add in 1 tablespoon of powdered or confectioner sugar. And lastly, we'll add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract for flavor. We'll set our stand mixer to medium-high speed, allowing that mixture to get nice and whipped. Really what we want here is stiff peaks. Now that we've got our homemade whipped cream, we're going to transfer it to a piping bag, which I've fitted here with a decorating tip, just because I think it adds a really nice touch to our final creme brulee. We'll finish up our prep by slicing up some berries. I'm gonna go with raspberry, blackberries, and blueberries. They just pair so great with that vanilla bean custard. When we're ready to serve our creme brulee, we wanna add 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar to the top. We really wanna make sure that we distribute that sugar evenly so we get a nice consistent caramelization. A really great trick is to gently roll that dish around in your hands, allowing that excess sugar to find its way to the uncovered areas, almost guaranteeing that nice even coat for our brulee. Now is the fun part. Using a kitchen torch, carefully, and I mean carefully, begin bruleeing the sugar. I like to stay a few inches away from the creme brulee as to not burn the sugar and create any unwanted bitter taste. Moving the torch and brulee around, we want to allow those sugars to bubble and caramelize. At this point, it really is up to you as to when it's done. I prefer it a bit on the lighter side, as to keep a sweet taste versus risking a bitter burnt outcome, which can happen relatively easily. And for final touches, we're going to pipe our homemade whipped cream onto a corner of the creme brulee. We really don't want too much whipped cream here, it's just an accent. We'll add our freshly sliced fruits, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, and that's it. We've got our creme brulee. That is restaurant grade creme brulee. Look at that beauty. That's the sound of a perfect creme brulee. We've got that crust, that glass-like layer on top. You can see it right there. Oh my God. That perfect caramelized sugar, that beautiful vanilla custard underneath. Let's dig in. Holy sh**. You can really tell how much I enjoy this dish because I totally forgot to talk, but it is absolutely delicious. It is an absolute crowd favorite, and it's super easy to make at home. It just takes a little bit of prep. But seriously, give this recipe a shot. Let me know how it came out in the comments. And until next time, let's get cooking.